The following Best of Central Florida program is sponsored in part by these fine sponsors.
Welcome to the Best of Central Florida. I am wearing pink today. Yes, I am. Joined as always by my beautiful co-host in the blue. How are you?
Good.
This show has me incredibly nervous. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I think it's going to cost me a lot of money, and I think it's going to get me a lot of chores. It's best home improvement. I think you're going to put me to work. I don't know. I'm scared.
I should always put you to work.
But I think it's going to be a wonderful show, too. A lot of people own homes out there and wonder what they can do to improve their home. Well, good news for you. It's all just ahead as Best of Central Florida continues. Hey there, Central Florida. Makaila and I are thrilled to introduce you to something truly special. Each week, we're going to help connect our viewers with the best companies in Central Florida. Now we want to go even further. We want to kick it up a notch, so to speak, by launching our new app. It's powered by Greenback.
Exactly, and the way we're going to do that is by bringing benefit to everyone. Greenback provides charities the ability to raise funds for their cause, and it gives our viewers the opportunity to save money at the same time while helping local businesses meet new customers, bringing benefit to everyone.
Imagine finding great deals from your favorite spots, all while supporting nonprofits like hers.
It's true. I did start a charity right when I was in college, and I'll be honest, it's no easy feat. This is why we need your help to support some worthy Central Florida causes.
To get Greenback, it's super easy. All you have to do is make a small donation to the charity of your choice, and we'll give you a membership to our app as a reward for helping your cause. So you're not just saving money, you're helping Central Florida thrive.
And hey, we're not just stopping there. We've teamed up with past and current guests from our shows to offer up deals you just can't beat, because we have some incredible guests on our program.
It's easy. All you have to do is scan the QR code on the screen right now, make a small donation, and you have access to all of these great savings.
The Best of Central Florida, Makaila's Choice, is sponsored in part by these fine sponsors.
Talking about all things home improvement, I like the pretty things in life, don't you?
Like you.
Well, that's sweet, but I mean, like when you're talking about like homes and stuff.
I didn't know if you were trying to say like
I was fishing.
pretty girls or something.
Yeah, I was fishing for compliments. Thank you. Anywho, we are standing.
Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, whatever. We are standing with the queen of design herself, Miss Anna, AW Better Homes and Spaces. You're crushing it. I'm so happy to have you on the show.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here. This is cool. Very cool.
Yeah. No, and honestly, talking about cool, you have literally been bringing cool into people's homes. But first, I want to know a little bit about you. Tell me about you, Anna.
Yeah. I started in the business. In 1997.
Wow.
Don't do the math in your head.
Oh my God, that's the year I was born.
No, it isn't. I knew you were going to say that. Yeah. I answered a job ad for an interior designer with IKEA. We all know IKEA. And I worked with them for 23 years in different avenues of design in the store, in corporate. I'm like the person that when you get into the store and you go, how the heck do I get out of here? I was one of the designers of that, so you're welcome.
It's very helpful.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then later in the career, I worked for corporate, and I actually built stores. I built the Jacksonville store. I was out here for 5 months, so you go in, and it's a shell, and then by the time I leave, it's an IKEA. So it's been amazing. I had an amazing career with them. In 2020, like all other businesses, they reorganized corporate, and I had to make a decision, and I said it's time for me to go out on my own and start my own business. So we moved to Florida here in 2020, and that's what I did. I started my own business and brought with me a lot of the Scandinavian standards and functions and idealism of interior design, which is not only make things beautiful, but also make things functional. And that's pretty much how I approach all of my designs for my clients. It's not really like to go and make things pretty all the time. I mean, it's always about making things pretty, but always starting, but functional, understanding the clients, like how do they work, how do they play, what does a home mean to them, and then start with that idea and then build it up to something beautiful. So.
And talking about trust, I mean, obviously you light up when you're talking about your clients because they mean so much to you. What does trust mean? Because honestly, like, you're letting someone into your home, you're letting someone into your own space.
Yeah.
How's that process work?
Trust for me is what you see is who I am. I always say, if you get me, you get me, right? If you get me, you get me, you don't. But that's the trust. That's part of a trust for me. I'm not going in and being someone that I'm not. Yeah. I know my clients. I've known them. Sometimes it's 6-month projects. It's a year-long project. So you get to know them and who they are. Moving here in 2020 and starting the business, I didn't have tradespeople that I could trust or that I knew. So I joined a couple of networking groups, met the people that I knew, that I can say to a client, you know what, this is a really great painter. Here's an electrician that you can use. I have a contractor that can bid on your project. People that I can send in and know that they are stand-up people, talented people, and that are going to do the job right. So that was super important for me.
And that's so important because you're putting your neck out on the line because, you know, when you refer these kind of people, these people are looking up to you because they trust you, number one. Right. And, you know, you need to have someone that you can rely on, whether it's the painter, the electrician, anyone. But I want to talk about your projects because you've done so many different ones, from short-term rentals to, you know, homes for snowbirds. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. It starts with a process for me. My clients will never not be involved in the process. So there's always 3 options to, like, a living room. They'll see their drawing in a layout, which is a 2D design. Then they'll see it in 3D using AI, like everybody else, right?
AI.
Yeah, but I will draw the actual plan. It's not like, you know, press a button and AI does it for you. Everything that you see, it's in this 3D photorealistic kind of way that they can see what I'm drawing. I take it from flat to 3D, we walk through the space, and they can really, really see if that's who they are and what they want to do. I've been really lucky, and I've had a lot of different projects, everything from remodels. I did a remodel project on the beach in Flagler County, which is one of my favorite, and that was, if you go on my website and see all of the projects of before and afters, you'll see that the project for me there was to bring the outside in. So the countertops have movement, and the colors are look like the ocean and the sand and the colors of the sky. So it's really beautiful, like, to really give a client that feeling that they wanted. Short-term rentals. I had a client that had a space above their garage that they wanted to make into a short-term rental. So it's about learning about that process and what's needed for a short-term rental to flip a room easily and still make it homey. New projects from the ground up are one of my favorite. New homes are my favorite.
Blank canvas.
Yeah, blank canvas is my favorite because a lot of builders want clients to make so many decisions super quick. You know, they break the ground and they're saying, well, what tile are you using? Well, the ground just got broken. Right, we're not there yet, but they want tile, they want flooring before the walls even go up. So sometimes it's daunting and very, very overwhelming for clients. So I'm able to help them with that, from that process all the way through the furniture build. Florida's known for snowbirds, a lot of vacation people, so that's a big thing for me. Getting someone from, you know, up north that comes down and wants a home that's just as cozy as uptown, upstate,
not in the basement.
Upward, north. But make it maybe different, you know, something that's completely different than what they have up there, but they want something fun down here. So, yeah, a little bit of everything.
You work with people from all over the world, all over the country, and you really just hold their hand through the process, which is absolutely amazing. When's the best time to call you?
Anytime, really. But if you go on my website, go to book now. You can book a discovery call. It's a free 15-minute conversation. Sometimes they go an hour, depending on who the client is. I've had clients and we chit-chat for an hour. Obviously, you're going to talk an hour with me. And we find out who you are, you find out who I am, and whether or not we're the right fit for each other. And if we are, then, you know, I'll come out and see you. And it's
like dating, and then you're going to change your space.
That's what I say. It's like the first date, and then if we make the first date, then I come and we do design consult, and we go from there. So
I love it. Well, Anna, you are changing people's homes. I love seeing your work. It always inspires me. But do yourself a favor and look no further than AW Better Home Spaces for your next rehab, or maybe something just new. We'll be right back after the short break.
The Best of Central Florida is sponsored in part by these fine sponsors.
We are talking about all things best home improvement here on Best of Central Florida today. One of my favorite topics is home improvement, but we gotta build the home first. So we are here in Windermere, a place that I love because I grew up in Windermere. I am joined by Element Home Builders owner Andrew, and we have Mauro. You do all the sales, the marketing. You're talking to people left and right. Tell me, what is Element Home Builders?
So Element Home Builders is a luxury custom home builder. We operate mostly in West Orange County, but we work all over Central Florida. We're a family-owned business. We've been building houses in Central Florida since '86.
Just a couple days.
Just a couple of days. It was started by my dad, Carl. He's been building houses since the '70s, since before I was born, believe it or not. And
Wow.
I always tell people that I've been in this business all my life. I grew up on a job site and have worked in it all my life. Tried to get away a couple of times, but it always pulls me back in. And you know, we're very excited with the projects that we build and love working you know, on these really cool custom homes. You'll see, you know, some of them, they're all unique. We build, I always tell people we build prototypes. We never build the same house twice. Everything is a great experience. For us, it's always a learning experience. And you know, it's something exciting that we get to do. Every day's a challenge, and that's what Element Home Builders is.
That's what it should be, a challenge, but an exciting one. You've been doing it your whole life. It's got to be exciting, and especially the looks on people's faces. I mean, driving in here, I was blown away. I was like, oh my gosh, like if I didn't just get a house, I want one of these homes. They're beautiful. How do your clients feel?
Yeah, so it's very easy selling a product when you don't really have to say anything. They just walk
Yeah,
in the house
they go
and
here.
their eyes light up and they see the views and they see all of the care that we've taken with the finishes. You know, when we're done, you know, we love to walk people in a finished house and we don't really have to do anything and they're ready.
You don't have
ready
to say
go.
anything, I'm sure.
You don't have to say anything. It's a very easy sales process when you have a beautiful product. You know, we take a lot of care, not just with the finishes, which are, you know, important and the things that people see, but also the quality of the design. You know, we're very thoughtful with our design. We work with a couple of award-winning architects who have done, you know, fantastic stuff all over the state. And having, you know, a design team, interior designers who can put it all together, you know, that complete project from vision all the way to when they move in, you know, that's a great, the great feeling, and to see the clients be able to take that journey with us and see it all come together. It's awesome.
When you're buying a home, I mean, your family's going there, your kids, everyone. I mean, that is such a big trust component. What does trust mean to you in Element Home Builders?
Yeah, so we strive for honesty and integrity. It's something that we take very seriously. We're a family business, so
Yes.
for us, you know, this home, you know, that we're building is you know, tied to us. We like to think of our clients as becoming part of our family. And you know, I know that people say that a lot, but we really do. When we build a home, we build it with the same intent that we would build a home for our own families, for our kids to move in. We take that kind of care to it. And so we want to be honest and upfront with our clients and make sure that they feel like they're getting the home that I would build for myself.
Absolutely. So talking about custom homes, do I have to physically go to a community where you're building, or how does that whole process work? How custom do we get?
No, so that's really where my passion kind of comes in. I love designing people's dreams, and I think that's what we do most of, right? The community thing has been new to us actually in the past probably 4 to 5 years. What we used to do is a lot of on your lot stuff, and actually right now we've got incredible homes that we're building on the lake, as well as we've got a 10-acre parcel that we're doing out on Johns Lake that is incredible.
I bet.
And that is, you know, a super high end, you know, I think 6 million plus. And then we've got another one in Winter Park and the Villas that we're doing, and also one that we're getting ready to do out in Claremont over in Lake Mineola. But literally, we start out with the dream. You know, we'll bring people to a property. They say, okay, we love the meat and potatoes of this particular house, but here are the things that we need, you know, to make it our own.
We're building houses that folks can live in and feel good about living in, that they can see themselves living in. So when somebody walks in our house, they vision, you know, themselves living in there, and they love our floor plans, but then they want to change it for how they live.
They want to make it their own.
And they want to make it their own. So we work very hard in the beginning to make sure that the plan, you know, fits their life, you know, their family. Every family lives differently. Do you want 2 kitchens in it, right? You're going to host a lot, right? What crazy things do you envision yourself doing? We want to make sure that we give them the opportunity to do that. So that all starts in the beginning. But then as we go through the process, right, we want to bring them into our family, communicate with them continually through the process. Our builders, the folks who are actually in charge of the construction on site, they're all general contractors themselves. So we don't put kids out of college out there. We have probably between the 4 builders that I have, I was trying to count this morning, it's probably around, believe it or not, well over 100 years of experience as general contractors in the field. So we take care of the whole process. And then when we move you into the home, we want it to be as perfect as we can make it. And we take time, it takes time to do that. But when we move in, we want everyone's eyes to light up. Absolutely. When we turn it over to them.
I know when I walked in, my eyes certainly went, whoa, like I can't wait to just explore the rest of the house and see all these other locations. What's next on the horizon for you? So
we're finishing up, right now we're in the reserve at Windermere. All of these are sold and we're going to be moving the rest of the families in here in the next couple of months. We have a project that we just started going vertical, meaning we just started building houses on County Road 535 in Orlando on the backside of Lake Sheen. It's called Lake Sheen Sound. We do have about half of that we just started sales and about half of those houses are already spoken for. So that's a great project coming up. And then we have 2 big projects in Oakland. So we have the Grove in Oakland and we have Briley Farm. And both of those, they're a lot bigger communities. We're in one of those we're the developer, and the other one we're coming in as a builder, and we have significant product architecturally out there that's more of a traditional architecture, so you see more farmhouse type styles. They're going to be absolutely beautiful communities with direct access into Winter Garden, actually golf cart access into Winter Garden.
That's important.
Yeah, and Winter Garden is which is where I live, and I raised my family out there. We've been out there for 25 years. We love that community. So we're really looking forward to creating some wonderful homes for people in that area.
Wow, well, you guys certainly have definitely impressed me. If you're looking to improve your home, or let's be honest, just build your own custom home, look no further than Element Home Builders.
The best of Central Florida, Justin's Choice, is sponsored in part by these fine sponsors.
When I think of home improvement, I think of, first of all, I'm confused because normally the person who's standing here does the talking, but then you just looked at me like it was my turn to talk, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, I wanted to stand close to Chelsea.
I understand, I don't blame you. When I think of home improvement, what can you do to improve your home? I immediately think about
Chelsea.
Windows, I think about Chelsea, I think about Renewal by Andersen, joined by our dear friend Chelsea Zerpola. Renewal by Andersen, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Happy to have you on the show because it wouldn't be a home improvement show without Renewal by Andersen.
I love that.
When I think of windows, when I think of Renewal by Andersen, I think of 2 things really. I think of saving money on electricity, number 1. How do new windows save money on my electricity bill?
It's all about functionality, making sure that you're closing that energy envelope, and those inefficient windows, replacing them, making sure to keep that really hot air out and that cool air in.
So
when I think of home improvement, I think of aesthetics because, one of the first things you look at for me, I love open spaces, which means a girl has to have a lot of windows. But one of the things I love about you guys is you can really customize. Tell me a little bit about how the customization works with RBA.
Really, it's everything. That's what I love about Renewal by Andersen is it's custom type of windows. It's custom glass type, your hardware, and then of course colors, right? So we have 48 color combinations.
Wow.
If you want black chic on the inside, which we talk about a lot, or white on the outside because your HOA really requires that, we can customize that for you.
Wow. And that's one of the things I love, because for me, obviously, I spend a lot of time at home because, you know, I just do. I'm lucky, I guess. But I spend a lot of time just like by the window. And I think there's something to be said about just feeling so at home in your space. How exciting is it for you to like watch your clients just continuously rave about Renewal by Andersen?
I love that it's comfort, right? And aesthetics. So being comfortable in your home, not having to have that air condition continuing to run over and over again because it is so hot, but having those energy efficient windows so that you can allow the good light, the good UV rays, the bad ones, leave them out, because the technology of Renewal by Andersen windows and doors are top notch.
So I'm sitting at home right now. I'm watching Chelsea on TV. And I own a house, right? And I know if my roof is leaking, I probably need a new roof. How do I know when it's time to really check out my windows?
There's a couple of factors. You're going to see the elevated energy bills for sure. The ability to open and close those windows and lock them. Security and safety is a big factor. And then also aesthetically, is it, you know, something that you enjoy seeing when you pull up, or when you're sitting in front of that window reading your book, or is it just not your style anymore and you really need that upgrade? So definitely think of all those things that could potentially give you that desire to have a design consultant come in and really work with you on a project to replace those windows and doors.
Yeah.
For me, I'm thinking about, so there's this one window in my garage, and you can literally, I don't know if it's like a callus, but like you can, it's not pretty. And so do I have to like do the whole house when I do windows with RBA, or can I just like work on my ugly garage window?
So the best thing to do is have your design consultant come out and actually work through the project with you, because they're going to identify which windows are working, which windows need to be changed right away, but you can definitely phase your project. And depending on what your needs are and how quickly you want to be able to get those particular windows changed, we'll work with your timelines.
RB is a big company with a lot of buying power, and that's really helped you because interest rates have gone up so much over the last couple of years. But really, you have been able to keep payments very low for your customers, where you don't have to stroke a big check. You can pay this over time.
Absolutely. You know, depending on your particular circumstance, everybody's different. Some people want to pay the check right away. Some people want to phase it over time, and some people really need to utilize financing. So depending on your particular situation, we're here for you.
Yeah, I think if you own a house at all, you need to check out Renewal by Andersen today. QR code on the screen. This costs you nothing. They're design consultants. I know a lot of them, by the way.
Yes.
Will come out to your house and tell you what you need, if anything, help you figure out what's going to look best and work best for your house. Always an amazing job, Chelsea. Every time that we have someone who watches the show who hires Renewal by Andersen, they just rave and rave and rave.
Thank you so much.
Makes me feel good sending them to you.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Keep up the great work. Thank you. Call Renewal by Andersen today. Good job today.
Thank you. I did all the heavy lifting.
I feel like we're going to have a lot of projects
Just like I do around the
coming up.
house, you know, I do it all.
Always a project every day with this one. It feels
Always.
like it.
I mean,
Good.
it's fun stuff.
Excellent work as always. Great job to our amazing crew here at the station. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more Best of Central Florida.
The preceding Best of Central Florida program was sponsored in part by these fine sponsors: